for me it's an exciting time, and I know there's the very much people on the left and the people on the right of what they think of it, but I'm kind of embracing it and going like, I think that's going to be the way forward, whether people like it or not.
Okay, yeah, all right, if you word it that way, right, hang on. All right, on the other hand...
Vicky here at Slam Dunk Festival with the guys from Defects. How are you guys today?
Doing good.
Opened up a stage earlier.
Yeah, I honestly, like, we've taken a bit of time out and, you know, coming back and being on such a big stage to start with, like, all of us had anxiety. Obviously, we was excited, but all of us were like, oh my God, you know. And we had the same thing before when we took a bit of time off and opened for Funeral for a Friend, and it was like the same thing. So it's getting into that, but we feel more confident and evolved than ever, you know, this year. We've all stepped up to the plate behind closed doors, and we were like, you know, let's do this today.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as we got on stage, it felt like a well-oiled machine. So yeah, no, really happy with what's been achieved today, you know.
What was the crowd like out there?
Unbelievable. I mean, like, to be on at 11:45, right? Everyone's just come in, right? Everyone's still waking up, maybe not even had a coffee. The movement, the energy, the participation was top form, right? And there's probably quite a few people who don't even know who we are, right? So the fact that they came down, the fact that everyone was moving, it was just unreal energy. You know, we got a good pit at the end as well. And unfortunately, due to health and safety, usually I go into the pit and my guitarist goes into the pit. We couldn't go into the pit, but we made one as big as possible. But yeah, the energy was really good. Really happy with how the crowd, you know, interacted. Yeah.
And when you write lyrics, do you see yourself as a storyteller?
I mean, sometimes, I mean, it depends. I mean, it can be poetic, it can be raw, it's a mixed bag. It depends on how I feel, like, in that moment. Sometimes, you know, I'm able to write a whole song of lyrics in a day. Sometimes it takes more than that and I want to be more artistic. But yeah, it's a mixed bag, really. But it's hard to explain. It really is, because for me it's all about that emotional feeling and trying to transfer it onto the page, you know.
What is it about alternative music that makes you want to play alternative music?
I think it's like the rawness of it. I mean, for me it's like a way to express how I feel, what I'm going through, because it's always been quite personal. And that's what got me into it to begin with. You know, Linkin Park, bands like even Disturbed, like, you know, all those kind of bands back when nu metal came out, for me was a big thing, and very raw lyrics and everything was a big part of that, and that's kind of what, you know, really moved me to start going into that. I don't know about you, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I've grown up with, and it's been a big part of my life since I was like 15, 16 years old, and involving myself in that world of going to gigs and meeting people of like-mindedness, and we're into the same music, and to be able to give that back to people is really important to us. And like, it's just something we're passionate and we love, and we're just really grateful to have opportunities like this to be able to do this.
Are you able to be quite vulnerable in songwriting?
Definitely. I mean, songs like Echo Chamber.
Now it all seems to get underneath my skin.
Going,
yeah, you know, Gone to Waste was a big one. You know, Echo Chamber, diving into my history and stuff, you know, that was a big thing. I'd never done that before in any other band I'd ever been in. And Gone to Waste was being really sensitive on the topic of not being able to handle reality, you know. So, and I know now, especially now that the music's been out there for quite a while, that we've had so many people come back and say, like, these lyrics have inspired me. I've had a couple of people want to get it tattooed and stuff, and it's like, I know it's helping people, you know, even though it hurt me to kind of write it in a way, because you know, it was hard to lay it out and actually scream it, and I've had moments live where even I've actually broken down, I'll be honest, and the crowd have had to lift me back up again because it's still quite raw. But then having that,
they'll remember that moment, you know.
Remember those moments and connect with me, and it's not, you know, there's that vulnerability that we all connect with.
There's something about songwriting and being vulnerable that creates some of the best music that exists.
Yeah.
And I don't know how else people can recreate it. I mean, obviously there's lots of different emotions.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, a lot of people relate to the negative ones, and then I guess they shout about those ones more, or, you know, at least say those are the ones that help them.
Yeah.
People can make some good party anthems too.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you know,
But that's the beauty of music, I think, is that different music resonates with different people, with how they are at their lives, how they've lived their lives and everything. And I think that's the one thing I love about music. So I might not necessarily enjoy something, but I can appreciate it because someone's put the time and effort into that. And even though it might not be my thing because it doesn't resonate with me, that might resonate with someone else that absolutely loves it. And that is the beauty of music.
Yeah, and the same for me. It's like, you know, that vulnerability and that's why I chose that kind of vibe, because it's, you know, for me, obviously you got the party stuff and I love that. Like, some people react differently. Some people like want to have lyrics that are relatable to them so they don't feel like they're alone. Other people like that party atmosphere to get them out of that feeling of depression or vulnerability, you know, be uplifted. So music's so accessible and so versatile, it's great, you know, and I, like you said, I appreciate all art forms, you know, and yeah, it's great.
If you had to describe your band in an object, an emoji and a sound, which would you choose?
So the emoji, I think, is quite clear. I think it'd be the Biohazard.
Yeah, 100%.
It'd be the Biohazard logo. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know what's coming, and it's quite a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. Oh,
object,
God.
a van, because that's what we're always in, and just going forward.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, little tour bus. A sound. That,
like a T-Rex.
In its most rawest form. Just that, angry. Yeah.
With the rise of AI tools and AI in general across the world at the moment, do you ever find yourselves using it for inspiration for songwriting or anything like that?
No, I mean, like, everyone knows about ChatGPT and all that kind of stuff, but if I was to ever lean on that for lyrical advice or ideas, I would be shooting my own art form in the foot, and that's not, the whole point was to be about my art and how I can bring us 1/5 to this band. Like, it would be an absolute cop-out to me to start using that stuff, and I think that should go across the board. So anyone who's using it out there, right, for that kind of reason, right, don't do it.
Well, I'm on the other side, not for music, but I'm in video production and stuff as well, and I have started using AI in
You're fired.
workflows and stuff. Because as a creative tool, I think it's an evolution on what we've got at the moment. So, like, I use ChatGPT mostly to troubleshoot problems with my laptop, which it does a fantastic job of an Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
But I've started getting into like Mid-Journey and stuff like that, and like bringing photos to life. And for me, it's an exciting time, and I know there's the very much people on the left and people on the right of what they think of it, but I'm kind of embracing it and going like, I think that's going to be the way forward, whether people like it or not.
Okay, yeah, all right, if you word it that way, right, hang on, all right, on the other hand, right,
You shot yourself in the foot, mate.
yeah, in the other one, but if I want, like, I don't know, I like making coffee. If I was like, all right, ChatGPT, what is the perfect way of making coffee? And it teaches me, cool, you've taught me something. But if it comes down to actually like making music, which is what I take pride in, it's a bit different. You're making a shortcut for yourself and then taking away your own creativity to your own art.
You don't want to take away the creative process, but I think as a tool to enhance certain things, or especially for me to speed up a workflow on something, I'm all for it for that, 100%.
Especially with your computer stuff, if it's just giving you an absolute list of what to do to be able to make it work,
like,
then
and it has sped up workflows for me. It's not that it's done it for me, it might give me a suggestion on something. Go, oh, if you did it this way, and I'm like, oh my God, why did I ever think of that?
So, little recap, right? So I said don't do it, within reason.
Cool. So what's next for the band?
Well, we got lots. We've got the whole summer for the festivals. We got Mystic, Rock and Park, Rock and Ring, Rock for People,
Empiricon,
Resurrection, Jira on Air. And we've got shows with...
Brainstorming, I've just figured what else?
Show with North Lane, 3 shows with Trivium.
Yeah.
So, we've got a jam-packed summer.
And then we've got another announcement that we'll be, going through in the coming months as well, alongside that. So
Music?
Well, look, I'll put it this way. Obviously, we played something that we don't usually play today.
Okay.
You can say we played a new song today. You did announce that, didn't you?
Yeah.
There you go. We played a new song today.
I did.
So
I don't know where I'm treading. With new stuff, I'm treading on eggshells. So, but a new song. Yeah. It was a really heavy one.
Yeah, and we really enjoyed playing it, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone's reactions on the road as we keep playing it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us today, and have a brilliant rest of Soundblank.
You too.
Cheers.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.